So as I was saying, if you put the lyrics first, you start with the meaning, and then you put the emotion into the words, and then the music and the whole format of the song will flow out from what you're trying to say. And that's obviously going to make the most powerful song, instead of having lyrics that don't match the music, which can be very tragic. Okay, maybe not tragic, but really annoying, if nothing else. Number 9 of the songwriting sins: don't throw away your songs. I know you think you're dramatic, you think you're like, ah, and you think that the song you just wrote is total crap. It probably, maybe is. And that's okay. You should write hundreds of crappy songs and you learn from them. But you never throw away your songs, because you can use them later. You can take a piece from them, you can take a look and go, okay, this was the idea that I was trying to get across, and it was really like a really important idea to me, but I didn't get across. So you take that and you try to write it again. And maybe you can take 1 or 2 lines from what you had originally. Maybe you can take a chorus. Who knows? But you don't throw away your songs. It's just being overdramatic. And it's not being professional. It's being a teenager. Number 10, one thing is Deus ex machina, which means God out of the machine. This is an old term that goes all the way back to Greek plays, when at the end of the show, a god would come out and fix everything in the last scene. Christians like to do this in songs a lot, and it's dishonest. So like, if you have an album, and like, every song starts out kind of dark and depressing, but then at the end of the song it's like, yay! I don't think you're really being honest at expressing your emotions if you're doing that. A lot of Christians feel like they have to put a happy ending on their songs, and I think that makes for a lot of very cheesy songs that aren't very good. So if your song is about how God has saved you, or God picked you up out of a certain situation, having that "yay, I was saved" at the end of it is great. However, if what you're feeling is, I'm really depressed right now and I don't see where you are, God, then leave it at that. God's big enough to take it. And a lot of times those songs are the most encouraging to other people. So, moving on with talking about honesty in songs, I want you guys to think about what you have to say. Because you're an individual, and you have things that you know that other people don't know. God has revealed himself in ways to you that other people need to hear. Your testimony is important. I think an important question all artists ask themselves is, why should people listen to me? And 1, you're an individual and your life experience is important and matters. But 2, we're also all human. If you've ever felt a certain way, hundreds and thousands of other people have probably felt the same way. And that's why we love these songs that speak to our lives, because we're like, oh man, that's exactly like what was happening to me, or like, oh man, I felt that way, or oh man, I feel that way right now. Gosh. Well, I mean, if these guys who are like Christian artists and they're singing to God all the time feel that way, maybe it's okay for me to feel that way. Maybe I don't have to leave church just because I had doubts about God. Obviously. So, we're all human, we all relate to each other, and you have something to say. I really believe that. That's why I'm doing this whole project, is because I want to see the Lithuanian church, and other churches around the world, expressing themselves, because as a body, we all need each other, and you have something to teach me, and I have something to teach you, and that's cool. And everyone benefits. Everyone's built up. Now, worship music in particular is kind of weird, because worship is prayer, which is kind of strange to share your prayers with someone else. But when we do share our prayers, it can really help. I'm going to give an example of this to you, but it's going to be in the next video.